I had cause to say in a similar meeting as this that the present document that we have today as the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, 1999, as amended, defective as it may be in terms of its content and perhaps context, if the document were to be applied honestly and sincerely by all of us that have been called either individually or severally and jointly in the administration of this document for the people of this country, we wouldn't be where we are today. So I would like to repeat that here, that as we go into the business of reviewing this document, and I'm happy with all that the Honourable Attorney General said in terms of the description of the nature of this document, the Constitution, the ground norm from which every one of us derive his or her own life, or its own life if you are not a natural person. A document that is described in that famous case of Isiaka Rabiu and the state by my Lord Honorable Justice Udo Uduma as an autochthonous document, almost like one that has a life of its own, and it keeps evolving to serve the needs of the people. That, I believe, is the reason why we are here, in order to look at this document, look at the areas in which this document has not served us as a people, because it's a document that is meant for us, and correct the document in order to bring value to the people of this country. But I must quickly add that no matter how painstaking we would be, no matter the amount of energy we would dissipate in undertaking this particular exercise, by the time whatever we have as the product of this exercise is handed down, until we are determined as a people to be people-focused in how the discharge of our constitutional responsibilities for those of us that have been assigned one by the grace of God, and also for those of us who have civic responsibility to carry out as required by the Constitution, until we do all of this honestly and sincerely, and motivated only by the need to serve the people of this country, we would not achieve anything. I am not a pessimist, but the place of the motivation for what we do is very important for the development that we seriously yearn for this country. And so I admonish that as we go into this business, we remember that we are only privileged to occupy the positions that we occupy, and that what must be uppermost on our minds is the need to serve the interest of the people of this country, not any specific individual interest or the interest of the group of people. And that is why when the judgment came yesterday, and like the Honourable Attorney General said, I haven't read the judgment yet, and someone was trying to ask me a question about the judgment. I said, well, as a lawyer, I would have to read the judgment so that I'll be able to speak from the understanding that I have as conveyed by that judgment, because that is the only right thing to do. But suffice to say that it takes a bold Attorney General to take such a bold action to elicit a bold decision from the court. The courts don't do anything of their own. Even if a judge or justices of the court notice something that is wrong, they may know from the law that is resident in their bosom that this particular thing is wrong. Their lordships cannot do anything until an opportunity is presented before them by invoking the jurisdiction of the court to do so. So it's an opportunity for me, like I have done before, to thank President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for giving us a bold Attorney General in our country. And what that has done is to say that we do not have a timid judiciary. We have a judiciary that has the strength of character. And you remember when the Supreme Court itself was approached with Executive Order 10, which was meant to give their lordships additional consideration, financial consideration. Their lordships say, no, we will not take this money this way. Go back and do the right thing, because we are a country that is ruled by laws. And that is why, as we go into this business, please make decisions in this amendment to the Constitution that will protect and ring-fence the judiciary. Because a judiciary that is independent, a judiciary that would determine the kind of policies that we have, would impact the economy, would impact the security and the generality of the welfare of the people of this country. It's actually the foundation for the growth of the country. Finally, Right Honourable Deputy Speaker, I am privileged to be the President of the Nigerian Bar Association at this time. And almost every year, in the last maybe 10 years, we've been churning out not less than 5,000 lawyers every year, admitted as barristers and solicitors of the Supreme Court of Nigeria. We appreciate the place of globalization. We are in a global village. We sit here, but we transact, we interact globally. We appreciate the fact that our colleagues must also be able to interact with our other colleagues on the same level in terms of the quality of delivery of legal service. But, Right Honorable, we have a challenge where the legal space in this country is being pervaded, is being encroached upon, with the effect that many of the lawyers that are being graduated, that are admitted to the bar, hardly find what to do. I want us to consider amending our Legal Practitioners Act, which I believe the Honourable Attorney General, with whom we have interacted so closely, will make a presentation on, that would not only recognize the place of globalization, but it should be to the extent that the legal space is protected for the many young lawyers that we have who do not have jobs. And also in such a way that we will patronize the legal profession in a manner that will bring development through that legal profession, because we are a profession that are called to give direction to the people and also to advance the cause of the nation. Because all that we are doing is law. If I'm a citizen today, it's because the Nigerian Constitution says so. We are sitting down here orderly because there is a law that says this is how we must do it. This building is situated here with respect to certain laws that say this is how these things will be done. And that is why an investment in the legal profession to this extent will not be a wasted investment. I thank you, sir, for giving me the opportunity by respectfully adopting the protocols already established by my big brother, the Honourable Attorney General of the Federation, Prince Lateef Fagbemi, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, but not without acknowledging my Lord Honourable Justice Agim, Justice of the Supreme Court, and my brother, Right Honourable Benjamin Kalu, Deputy Speaker